Hi friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is China, also known as Sugar Doll Plans, and this is a plan with me for the week of December 12th through the 18th using the Merry Mistletoe kit from CaressPress, and I am pairing it with the Jingle Bells foil kit from CaressPress as well, and Sparkly Champagne Gold, and I had some leftovers that were in gold foil from the old format from last year, so I decided to pull those in, and then some additional SPC holiday items. I had just pulled out like a ton of SPC holiday quote boxes and a ton of other like holiday gold stuff that I had from other shops, but I mostly just used the CaressPress and Scribble Print Co. items. So the week of this plan with me, also by the way, like I'm back, but I'm not. Like I am doing this plan with me as a part of a collab with my friend Cindy and some other planner girls, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I don't think I'll be back to like plan with me's anytime soon. I get like really bad anxiety about doing them now, and they're just not worth the time for me. I'd rather just plan off camera and watch my shows and etc. So just a little disclaimer there. I don't want people to feel like, yay, you're back. I have a lot of stuff going on mentally, and I'm not ready for that commitment. So just letting you guys know ahead of time. But yeah, this is for a collab with my friend Cindy. But anyways, for the week of this plan with me is a special one because I got to be reunited with my best friend of 16 years. We're both 27 and we've been best friends since we were 11. And this is the first time I've seen her since June, so 6 months. And I was truly so excited. It was also the week my fall semester ended, which was incredibly nerve-wracking, and this past semester was just really difficult. On top of a lot of personal things in my life, school is just one of the things that has not really provided me time to film plan with me's, and if it weren't for Cindy creating this awesome collab, I probably wouldn't be doing one at all. Like I said, I'm getting like anxiety about doing them, and I've like made like a loose script that I'm kind of paraphrasing off of. If you follow me on Instagram, I shared on stories that filming this plan with me made me anxious because I haven't done one in so long, and I kept worrying about if the camera was recording, whether or not I was in frame, if I was messing up anything, if I was missing anything I wanted to use, etc. And also I have so many more spreads like before this that I have to do. I just really prefer planning off camera, but when Cindy asked me to, be a part of this amazing collab that she created, and also, sorry, I'm doing this voiceover at 8:40 in the morning after getting only 5 hours of sleep, so because I'm doing this in the morning, there's going to be like lots of background noise, like my house cam for Cannoli just turned on, and he has a water fountain that's going in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but or if the mic will pick that up, but that's also another thing. And then my fiance is also working, so yeah, we're just having a lot of fun this morning. But yeah, I wish I could have planned out camera kind of low-key, but of course I can't say no when it's a holly jolly collab, a holly jolly spread, especially since the holidays are my favorite time of the year. So let's talk really quickly about the Holly Jolly collab as I'm putting down the base. As I've said, Cindy created this amazing collab, and I believe she put the whole entire thing and the giveaway that's a part of the collab together as well. I think completely by herself, I'm not sure. If you haven't already seen Cindy's videos, I've gone ahead and linked her in the description of this video, as well as the other members of the collab that you need to go follow on Instagram and subscribe here too on YouTube. The other planners in the collab are Shanice of Planners and Tacos, Anna of Cafe with Anna, Diana of Memories That Stick, and Jemima of Just Lovey Dovey. And the camera's going off again. I'm the third person, and this is the third week of videos for the Holly Jolly collab, and in each video there is a code word to enter the giveaway that will make a complete sentence. If you want to know what the code words for Cindy, Shanice, and Anna's videos are, because they have gone before me, Please go watch the videos, as I will not be telling you any code word besides mine in this video. So you might be wondering what the giveaway prizes are, and I'm going to tell you now. There will be 7 winners chosen to receive credit to the following shops: a $20 gift card for CaressPress, a $20 gift card for The Giving Girl, a $20 gift card for Missy Meow, a $25 gift card for Letters to Apollo, a $25 gift card for Sadie Stickers, a $100 gift card for Scribble Prints Co., and a waist up profile picture, like profile portrait, by Art by Tony, which is where all the girls get their like planner drawn pictures. So yeah, there is only 1 prize per winner, but all of these prizes are just insane. I'd be like fortunate enough if I could even enter the giveaway and win any of them, and me and the other planner girls all agree we wish we could do, like, join the giveaway ourselves, but since we cannot, you guys need to go ahead and just do that and do that for me, so I can live through y'all. And so yeah, so what do you have to do to enter the giveaway? Follow all the shops and collaborators on Instagram. I've put them in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to all the collaborators on YouTube, which are also in the description below. And lastly, you have to enter all 6 code words on the form with the link. I've gone ahead and put that also in the description. As I said, I'm the 3rd person for the 3rd week of the collaboration, and I will be giving you a code word, which I think is technically the 4th word, since there has been one from Cindy, Shanice, and Anna. I won't be telling you when I'll be saying the word in this video. Now that I've covered all that you need to know about the Holly Jolly collab and giveaway, I'll also be doing a quick little Q&A with some questions that Cindy came up with. So the first question was, what was the best memory this year? Unfortunately, I can't really just pick one, but I have, like a top 5, and those were going to Oregon to visit my fiance's mom, going to Oregon to visit Arizona, to visit my fiance's father and his stepmom, and it was for his dad's 70th birthday, and we got to be reunited with family in both those occasions for the first time since COVID. I was also able to see my cousin for the first time in 3 years since COVID, as he is teaching in China. My 4th memory was getting our new car, and my 5th memory was getting to go to a bridal wedding expo with my mom and my grandma. My grandma doesn't really get out much. She has a lot of allergies and stuff, and we were the bridal expo kind of fell on my Nana's birthday, and so it just felt really like I never got to meet my Nana. She passed away when I was 3 months old, but through my mom and my grandma, I feel like I know her, and they say I'm so much like her. Her birthday was November 13th, and my birthday is October 25th, and we're both Scorpios, and so I was like, you're so much like her. So it felt very special to be able to do that and get out with my grandma. The second question is, what are the top 3 favorite holiday foods for me? I would say baked mac and cheese is like top tier. Sweet potato pie as well. Those are like the 2 best things my mom makes for the holidays. She also makes really good turkey wings and like ham, and she just makes really good food in general. And then more leaning towards Christmas is any cookies, when it comes to Christmas time, since the other 2 are kind of more like Thanksgiving. Although I'm not gonna say any cookies. I'm not a huge sugar cookie fan. I'm more like a chocolate chip cookie fan. But yeah. So then the 3rd question is, what is let me see. I'm trying to zoom in. What was the 3rd question? Is, what is your favorite Christmas holiday movie? I have 2. They're Elf and Home Alone. Elf is just nostalgic for me, and Home Alone, I did watch it while I was younger. When I was younger, it wasn't too much meaning to me. When I was younger, though, it became more meaningful to me once my fiance and I had moved in together. We didn't have like any couch. We didn't have smart TV. Oh, and there goes my fiance's office phone ringing in the background, which I'm pretty sure will be picked up and hopefully not his conversation. So anyways, yeah, so we moved in, and we didn't have like any furniture, and had just like a folding, like cheap dorm couch that I had in my old bedroom, and no smart TVs, nothing. and we just sat on the floor and watched Home Alone, and so now it's super meaningful to me for that reason. And my best friend recently told me she doesn't even like Home Alone, and I was like, what? So then the fourth question was, does my family have any traditions? And the answer is yes. For several years, but not always every single year, my family and I either all catch the bus to New York City, or either just my mom and I, or, my fiance and I, or whoever. Usually always trying to involve my mom because I'm her only child. But my mom and I have stayed a night, and drove up and gone to Rockefeller Center, or, and this all kind of started when I was a teenager. We also go and see the lights and the decorations and shop at Macy's, Times Square, etc. Not so much Times Square anymore. Times Square, I've been to New York City at least maybe almost 10 times now, so Times Square kind of bores me now. It's just very touristy. It's very easy for people to try to scam you there, so not a huge fan of it unless I'm trying to see what's at the big H&M or Sephora or whatever. So yeah, usually we go see the trees and all that. Sometimes we do a weekend trip, or sometimes we do a day trip. It just kind of depends. Sometimes it's the weekend leading up to Christmas, sometimes it's not. But it kind of became a tradition when I was a teenager where, my family and I, we'd go. And then, now with COVID and just not having as much time, we don't get to do it as often. But it's a lot of fun. Another tradition we did, when I was a young adult, and COVID kind of sidetracked it, but still trying to make plans to do it, is going to get that's canola jumping onto the floor. Going to get dinner on Christmas Eve in DC, as we are around the DC area, and then going to see the White House Christmas tree. Now, while the former president was in office, we didn't go to that tree. We would just go to any other tree in DC, and we haven't been back to it, but we're maybe going to do it. But although it's going to be really cold here, it's going to be in the 20s, so I don't know. I don't think we want to stand around and look at a tree outside. And then now my other tradition with my fiance now is to go see the Christmas lights at Enchant in DC, or Meadowlark Gardens. We just did that yesterday, and we got engaged at Enchant last year. Another tradition that I had when I was younger with my dad was we would do Christmas Eve and open a gift on Christmas Eve, and we would go to these drive-through lights. So yeah, my family and I have had a lot of Christmas traditions, and in recent years mostly by me forcing them, as I am a huge holly jolly lover. The fifth question is when I start decorating for the holidays, and it just kind of depends. This year we really didn't even decorate until the week of Thanksgiving, but years before I would put the tree up right after Halloween. Sometimes the tree goes up though, and I don't decorate it immediately. It just depends on how much time I have. The sixth question is what my holiday plans are for this year, and we are just probably doing Christmas Eve dinner and then doing Christmas at my mom's house. The seventh question is what is the best gift I've received or given, and my best gift I received over the last few years is in 2019 my mom gave me this laptop, which I'm using to do this plan with me, and then in 2020 she gave me my phone. Excuse me. And then my ring for my fiance was given to me in 2021. It wasn't on Christmas. It was December 21st, which is currently today, that I'm doing this voiceover and uploading this plan with me. So I don't really know the best gift I've given, so don't really have an answer for that, unfortunately. And the last question is, with the new year coming up, what some of my goals / resolutions are. And my goals are to really just tackle wedding planning, get my finances and health in order, make more, amazing memories, and I also hope to make a huge dent in getting school done. Other than that, I don't really have much to add. So yeah, I'm so glad I got through all of that before getting into the day by day. I tried to purposely time the speeding up of this for that, but Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it because I don't know how much time I'll run out of when doing the day by day. So, starting off with Monday, it was my last final I had to take, and it was a really difficult one. Essentially, for that class, for midterms and finals, we had to create web pages with PHP programming and do them within like 2 hours and 40 minutes. And sometimes there's a bug with your code or syntax errors. So it's very nerve wracking, even though it was open notes and not locked down or anything, but you must balance your time between looking at your notes and getting the work done. So yeah, this Monday, that Monday was rough for me. I had work and a meeting, and then I took a half day to try to prepare as best as I could for that exam. Even though it's not one you can really prepare for, in my opinion, because you don't know like ahead of time what's the prompt for creating the website's going to be and like what elements they're going to ask you to create. But yeah, I tried to take some time to, prepare, but I ended up taking a nap because I needed to put my heating pad on my back since I was having back pain. Excuse me 1 second, Cannoli decided to start barking. Sorry about that. Just had to, yell at my dog son and tell him to stop the barking and roughing, because he was starting to try to act up. But anyways, I, had to take a nap and put my heating pad on. I was having some back pain, mostly further added to because of cannoli. So, yeah, and then, when I woke up, we made dinner, and then I had to take that final, and I was just so stressed I could barely sleep after, so I had some pretty bad insomnia. Also, really quickly, I decided to use for this week my Christmas laptop girls that I had made a few years ago. It kind of made me miss like making stickers and stuff. I don't know when I'll ever get the time, and there's never ever any time to reopen my shop. I get people like asking me questions and stuff, and I just really want to say, like, if you do ask me, like, I'm just gonna tell you I don't have a set date, and I'll let people know when I'm ready. So yeah, that was Monday. On Tuesday, it was just a normal day, and I still didn't feel like free from the semester quite yet. As I did have a quiz to retake that I was able to do. They let you do that to help try to, like, I guess, boost your grade. So I did that in the evening, and I didn't even really mark it in my planner, but it's okay. So also there was the World Cup semifinal, and I don't remember if there was one on Monday too, or if it was Tuesday and Wednesday. But I only marked, I guess, Tuesday, watching that one, but I think I watched both. But anyways, we had that, and then it was really exciting, but also sad because, like, soccer World Cup was almost over. After work, we made dinner, and we made some deconstructed sushi bowls using shrimp and like crab stick and or imitation crab or whatever. And I had to go to H Mart to get some more QP because we were out, and some other things, and like I ended up getting pickled ginger. I don't remember what else. Not a lot, just like 4 things. And then also I called my grandma while I went to the store, and just was on the phone with her and catching up with her about some of my wedding planning, how do I say, like, pains, I guess, because I had been talking to my mom about it, I think the weekend before, and my mom was like, it just doesn't make that sense to, like, spend so much money on just one day, like, you should just use that money for a house. And that's kind of how my fiance feels as well, and I don't disagree, but I'm also very much like, if I don't have, like, the wedding at least similar or like 80% how I want it, I don't want to have a wedding at all. So that's where we are. We are doing some more venue tours, and like we did set a date for 2023, and there is a few venues like in Maryland that are available in November, just not like the exact date we wanted. So yeah, that's what's going on. We don't know what's gonna happen, if we are just gonna end up somehow throwing a wedding together in like less than 11 months or what. I don't necessarily want that, and I did start to switch towards more like waiting till 2024, when my fiance and I are most likely hopefully done with school, to give us more free time and more money. So that's what's going on. So yeah, I just talked to her about some of those pains, and then we watched an episode of Only Murders in the Building, and then I had to do my quiz. And once I was done with that, I did some planning and then went to bed. On to Wednesday, I had work and tried to do some planning during work, and then had some meetings as well. I also had to have a one-on-one this day with my boss to go over my annual performance, and I got a raise this day. It doesn't take effect until the first paycheck of January though. And then after work was done, I prepared dinner and made my Instant Pot chicken Parmesan pasta, which is one of our favorites. After making dinner, we watched an episode of Only Murders in the Building, and then an episode of Severance. Only Murders in the Building, I had gone into first over the summer without my fiance, but he wanted to watch it and have a show to watch together, so I rewatched the first season with him. But we've been on season 2 for a while now, and Severance is also a pretty good show. We started it around Thanksgiving. It's on Apple TV. At first I wasn't super into it, but it's a psychological thriller kind of show and has some sci-fi autocratic leadership kind of vibes. Essentially, if you had to go to work and sever part of your work life and your home life, and at work you don't know anything about your home life, and at home you don't know anything about your work life, that's the premise of the show essentially. But you don't really know what they do for work, and neither do they, which is really cool. It definitely is for building a better world. The guy who, I think his name is Adam Scott, he has Ben Wyatt on Parks and Rec, is in it, and it's really interesting to see him play a role that's not like Ben Wyatt, because I don't watch too much of the shows that he's been in or movies. So yeah, I was just then after watching shows, I was just kind of stressed still from school. I'm just kind of wound up still. So I laid in bed and watched some Christmas movies on Netflix. I watched Falling for You and Started a Christmas with You, but it was even more cringe than Falling for You. So I stopped it almost a third of the way through and I went to bed. Falling for You was the Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie. It's pretty cringe, but it still kind of felt more like the Hallmark formula. And then A Christmas with You felt like trying to go in that formula, but a little different. It was I don't really know the actress name, but she's supposed to be the singer, and essentially A Christmas with You, essentially she's a singer, and then you need to have your Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You song. All the pop stars are making these songs, and this new age pop star comes in, and she's just at first she doesn't want to do it, and it's just, not worth watching in my opinion. So on Thursday, I was so tired and had back pain in the morning and still had to work, and it was annoying as I feel my job won't stop trying to make more work while nobody wants to work, or while we're short-staffed because everybody's on PTO. So this night, how did I jump to night? I guess nothing else happened in the day, I guess. But so yeah, it was also a rainy day this day. And then in the evening, so for background, on Tuesday, we don't have Raising Cane's where I live. There goes my fiance's phone again. We don't have Raising Cane's where I live usually, and it's not something you can easily get. It's usually 2 hours away. So essentially it's pretty hard to get, but they opened one actually less than 10 minutes from my house, first one in this northern Virginia area, and I had saw on Reddit in the local area Reddit page that there was a line already at 7 a.m. and 32-degree weather on Tuesday when it opened. So I said I'm not gonna go opening day, but maybe I'll try Thursday because we didn't thaw the chicken in time. So I, to make dinner, and then so we tried to go there. I've never had it before, but I'm super excited to when I finally get the chance. But right now it's very popular. I don't know when I'll be able to try it. So we tried to go. It was a line wrapped around the whole, not just their parking lot inside the parking shopping center, the whole entire shopping center parking lot. It's really hard to describe if you if you don't know it, but it was really bad. So I was like, screw this, we're just gonna go to Chick-fil-A right across the street. So then I came home and planned and watched YouTube and went to bed. On to Friday, I woke up and I had work and meetings. This day I also tried to catch up on planning as work was kind of slow for most of the day, but of course, unfortunately, it isn't until the end of the workday when it's like 3:45 and you only have like less than an hour to go when people, find something for you to do. So my PM, who was off work, was emailing about stuff, of course, like at 3:45. I'm like, girl, please get off my phone. Get off my email, whatever. But anyways, she was asking me about something and I was having to do a fix for someone, and yeah, it was just bad. After I got off work, I got ready as my mom asked my fiance and I to go to if we wanted to go to dinner, so we met up with her. But I thought I had made a reservation at the time, but then the reservation website wasn't working. Fortunately, my mom got there earlier than us, as we stopped at the shopping center nearby to look at one of the wait times at a restaurant there that we were considering going to. And while waiting for the time of our reservation, we just walked around that shopping center going into Barnes & Nobles and Sephora and Williams & Sonoma and Lululemon. Then we went to go meet my mom at the restaurant, and she was at the bar until the table was ready. So we had a drink with her. Finally, we had dinner, and it's one of my favorite restaurants ever, so it was super yummy. And I got a flourless chocolate waffle for dessert and shared that with my mom and fiance. After dinner, I gave my mom some pink ornaments I found for her at Home Goods. And then my fiance and I went back to that shopping center as I wanted to go to the Target there and get some peanut M&Ms. And ironically, I also found my grandma a Peanuts Christmas sweatshirt that I got her. After that, we went home and I decided to go to bed as it was already late and I had a nail appointment at 9 a.m. on Saturday. So on Saturday, I woke up and got ready for my nail appointment, and the nails I got are the ones that you can see in this video. After getting my nails done, I was hungry and got McDonald's for breakfast. I was hungry even before then. And then went to Costco to get gas, and it was finally under $3 in my area, which is insane. Not that gas is that bad for me usually, as we now have a hybrid car, but still exciting nonetheless. After getting gas, I went to pick up my grandma from the mechanic shop, which is like right around the corner from my house. She was trying to get her heat fixed in her car, as we are experiencing a cold front soon. On Christmas Day, it is still expected to be 26 degrees here, the last that I checked. After picking up my grandma, I took her to Chick-fil-A for her to get some food, and that's where she discovered she didn't have her fanny pack with her cards in it. So then we had to, take her to her apartment, and that's when we discovered there that she accidentally gave all her keys to the mechanic, and sorry, Cannoli just jumped down off the couch again. And so when we discovered that, we had to go all the way back to my apartment to get a copy of her key, because I don't keep it on my keys. I don't like them getting so cluttered and whatnot. And so yeah, so it was another 15-minute drive, like back to my apartment. So then we get the key, and I decided to bring Cannoli with us, so you could see the Grammy. And so we got the key, and we went back, and she was able to get her fanny pack. And then on the way back towards my apartment, I decided to make an impromptu PetSmart trip, as Cannoli was running out of dry food. After making that stop, we finally made our way back to my apartment, and as soon as my grandma sat down, that's when the mechanics call and say her car is almost ready, and can we please come back, come get her car. I knew that was going to happen. Like, I had said it to her, like, in the car. I was like, as soon as we get back to my house, like, that's when they're going to call. By that point, I was so annoyed. So yeah, when we get back up there and I take her there, they still work on her car for like 40 minutes. It really I was so annoyed at that point. Then they said they couldn't fix the heat completely, and I had to just make sure my grandma could drive off, and she made it back home. Once we were finally done with all that, I got back to my apartment and asked my fiance when he would be ready, as we were going to a holiday pop-up market, and I was going to be picking up my best friend from her dad's house. And my fiance was just irritating me because he was home all day and wasn't ready. Girls, you know what that means. So then we went and picked up my best friend from her dad's house. I'd never been to her dad's house before, but yeah, we picked her up because she's visiting, and we went to the holiday pop-up market that was at the shopping center we were just at the night before, and it was extremely windy, very cold, but we were all hungry, so we were hungry, so we decided to warm up with ramen at Jinya. My best friend, she didn't have any ramen, but I had ramen, and so did my fiance. I always love getting ramen or pho on cold days, so it was perfect. And then once we finished eating, my fiance found a bakery in the shopping center to try, and he got an eggnog cupcake and a mixed berry cheesecake, but my best friend and I both passed as she's vegan, and we didn't see a lot of vegan options or any at all, and I just didn't see anything worth buying. After we went to Whole Foods to get some desserts for my best friend, and she also wanted some cookie dough and to make some cookies, so I still have that, and we could probably make that tonight because she's coming over tonight, before her mom picks her up tomorrow, I think. When we finished with that, we took my fiance to his best friend's house and dropped him off, and then after dropping him off, we decided to go to Target and get some things. She doesn't have Target where she's at, so I'm not gonna tell her business, but they don't have Target, so we both ended up getting pajama sets. They weren't matching, even though we joked about getting matching pajamas. And then I also got some more peanut M&Ms because I have a problem, and she also got some other things. And then after Target, we went to Ulta, and I got a bunch of serums and stuff from The Ordinary, which I have tried and I love them so much. Once we finished with that, we went to Wegmans to get some sushi, and I got an enormous bag of peanut M&Ms, Christmas color there. And then my best friend doesn't have Chipotle where she's been as well, so she wanted that for dinner, and it was in the same shopping center with the Target and Wegmans. So after she got Chipotle, I decided to get some Cold Stone ice cream in one of the quarts, and I hadn't gotten one in a while, and I usually don't eat them that fast, so that's my justification. I eat them pretty slow. We both decided to get a drink from McDonald's for our food. I wanted a Coke and she wanted Sprite. Then we went back to my apartment and watched Hocus Pocus 2 together, as OG Hocus Pocus is our movie, and she didn't see the new one yet, and we both just cringed the whole time, but at least we got to watch it together. And then then I put cookies in the oven, and we had to, we made those before picking up my fiance from his friend's house. He went to bed when he came home, but we watched Elf and eventually both fell asleep. At 2 a.m. I got up and went to bed, but it was such a fun sleepover. On Sunday, I woke up and my best friend was still here, and we watched the World Cup, and I was so disappointed because I had missed the third place final on Saturday, and our third place game on Saturday, and my TV broadcaster messed up the game on Sunday, and I missed the first 32 minutes of the final. The game was so intense and crazy, but I enjoyed getting to watch it. When there were penalty kicks, my fiance took a shot for every goal scored. Overall, he had 6 shots, and I was holding cannoli the whole entire time as a good luck charm while they were doing it. My fiance, he can be kind of crazy sometimes. Once the game and ceremony were over, my best friend and I got ready, and she came with me to the mall, as I had an order to go pick up at Lululemon. Usually don't go to that mall, but went to that one, and so I got my Lululemon pickup order. It was just 2 tanks that I've recently become obsessed with, and the 2 colors that I like the most. Sorry, my watch is going off. And then once I picked up my order, we went to the food court, and she got Panda Express, and I had a Korean corn dog and a McDonald's frozen Coke. The mall itself was not busy, but the food court was insane. I also got a Cinnabon and a cookie Bon Bite to try with my fiance. After the fact, the cookie Bon Bite, not that great. So then after eating, we went to Aerie, and they also had an offline store for Aerie, which I liked all of their stuff, but it's not time for me to buy things. It's time for me to buy stuff for other people. We quickly wrapped up at the mall after trying to go into Bath & Body Works and then telling us there was a line. We're like, never mind. not waiting in line for that. And then, so then I drove my best friend back to her dad's house and dropped her off. And then after that, I called my fiance because I had asked him when I was at the mall if he wanted me to get him a boba tea from Kung Fu Tea. And he said this like gingerbread slush kind of drink, and I was like, it's going to get melted by the time I get home. And then he just sends me thumbs up emoji. I didn't even see it, didn't even notice it, and I was just like, what does that even mean? And he's like, what do you think it means? It means that's okay. And I'm like, that's not what okay. So anyways, as I got closer back to my house, I was just like, I'll just go to the one that's closer to our house and get you a drink. So I got a boba there for him, and I got one for myself. And then I talked on the phone with my mom, and I had also talked on the phone with my Grammy. So yeah. And then after that, I pretty much after getting the drinks, I tried to go to the local grocery stores and try to find the Little Debbie chocolate Christmas cakes, because those are my favorite. I prefer those over the white ones, and all I have left are the white ones. Even though I don't really need the cakes, I have plenty of sweets. I eventually gave up and came back home and was starting to fall asleep on the couch until I eventually why is my script all messed up? Why is it missing stuff? But anyways, eventually I remembered, I'll just go off memory. Eventually I remembered that I had a dentist appointment the next morning, and at 7 in the morning, and I needed to go to bed as soon as possible. So I did go at least get in the bed. So yeah, that was my whole entire week. It was very, very crazy. That was pretty much it in a nutshell. And now you're kind of seeing me just like go through all of my scripts that I have. I'm trying to do them, and I debated doing them in like order or whatever. You can also see all the stuff that's thrown across my desk. Another thing that causes me anxiety about filming is like stuff not being organized, stickers not being organized, not knowing where stuff is. Like, I don't know where the heck my script prints go, hole reinforcer, protectors, whatever are right now, and it's literally making me angry. Like, if I'm like missing, I was just asking my fiance this morning. I was like, I get like irrationally angry if I have to do something and like one thing is off, and then like because I feel like that just throws the whole entire thing off. Like, I don't know if anybody else has that, but I definitely do. So yeah, that was what was going on. But I can't believe I made it through this whole entire video. And there's hopefully only a few more minutes left. I don't think I will try to talk this whole entire time through the rest of it, as it's just me putting down scripts, and I don't think there's anything else that's gonna come up that I need to talk about. But yeah, you guys, I made it through this, and now I can like do a deep sigh of relief. Maybe I'll do another one. I don't know. I don't feel very confident about that, but we'll see. I definitely will do a flip through. It's definitely easier to do as I just like flip through the stuff and talk through the plans. I'll do a flip through of every spread that's been in between now and then. But yeah, you guys, that is it for this plan with me. I survived, I thrived, I made it. This was like a mountain to climb after not doing one for so long. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this plan with me. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications to get notified every time I upload, which is not very often. We shall see. I will leave a to be determined on whether or not if there will be another plan with me after this. I definitely think maybe, because I just feel like there was so much pressure of having to like wanting to do this perfectly, especially for the collab. So maybe there will be one after. I just definitely feel like there was a lot of anxiety for me involved in this. But yeah, guys, that is it for this plan with me. I've rambled enough. I said I wasn't going to speak the whole entire time, and I have. So I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have an amazing holly jolly season, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.